Well, these are the kind of charts you like to see. Look at this. All right, right here. Picture perfect. This is what we want to see. Could be a spicy entry. Have those levels ready, guys. This is absolutely a top watch for me at market open. I mean, this is already in these two candles 20%. This stock was on the watch list today. We are up 50% from that watch list entry. And what was beautiful about this one is, would you look where it bounced? We're green, baby. We are green this morning. This is how you make money. That's 28% in 3 minutes. I mean, can't get any easier than that, right? What's going on, everybody? It's Amma Jammy here. Welcome, welcome. I am so sorry I was not here yesterday. I apologize. I don't like leaving you guys hanging. They've been upgrading our internet in my neighborhood off and on. If I happen to get randomly disconnected to this stream right here, that will be why. I just want to let you guys know if we do lose connection, that's why. They've been working every morning in my area. It's a pain in the ass, but I missed you too, Tori Roden. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Santiago Toro. Let's get your guys' Discord names in the chat here. I am so happy to be back. I absolutely love live trading with you. And I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to pop in. First of all, anyone that's part of the Discord, go into the chats in the Discord and blow up a happy birthday Pookie. His birthday was yesterday, and I think he wanted to keep it on the DL, but we can't do that around here. He needs some belated birthday wishes over there because the stream yesterday was absolutely insane. So go check out that stream over in the Discord and go wish Pookie a happy belated birthday. Love our live trading crew. All right, let's get started here. Let's get started. What's up, Angel Penguin? How you guys doing today? All right, let's pull this SPY up. And here we go. Let's delete everything from Tuesday. A little bit bullish, looking a little bit bullish here. For immediately, I've got a couple things I'm looking at right here. We've got this level right here, and I normally would draw a little angled line here. I'm just going to straight across this area here. This is our support resistance area that we're looking at immediately here. We do have about $1 to get there. I'm going to put it all the way at our wick high. All right. So that's about 408.40. So we did $1.40 from here. So I guess we do have a little bit of room between here and there, honestly. But this would be the kind of safer entry per se. If we start getting a bullish push and break over that area, I do think we have a pretty clean path of low resistance up to 410.50. Those are immediately the two areas I'm watching on this side here. Yeah, those are two areas. And then obviously we've got this little bit of a trend line here. I haven't looked at the SPY today. And I was talking in the Discord yesterday about how if it was up to me, I would never trade the SPY again. But people like trading the SPY. And listen, I get it. And I'm here for you guys. So it's all good. We trade the SPY, baby. But I didn't chart it yesterday because I didn't play it yesterday. And we've got this uptrend line here. So what I'm watching, our simple thoughts here, obviously, are a couple things. All right. So on the bear side, I'm looking right at this area. I'm looking right at our 406.30, say 406.25. Let's pull it down a couple pennies, 406.25 with that break in the hold. We know the deal. Not just that first impulsive candle. You get caught on those. We're probably going to take a bounce there and maybe perhaps uptrend. So let's do this. So we want that break in the hole with the volume. We'll be watching this real time, of course. And then if we pick up support, that's going to be our call entry on the support pickup. If we come down, bounce off that zone, that would be our bullish pickup. And then on the uptrend, we would want that impulsive break and hold over this area of resistance we've had pre-market here, which is right here. All right. We've got 3 levels on the uptrend we're watching, definitely. But here's the first one. And let's turn that green. All right, so that's what we're watching here for a break and a hold and a play up to this trend line here. The longer it takes throughout the day to break that line, please be aware of that and realize you're going to have a quicker a quicker decision to have to make into this next immediate area of contention here from that wick high from pre-market yesterday. So that's definitely something we need to kind of pay attention to and watch. All right. And remember, we want to see that volume hold throughout that area here. And So on this downside, we've got two areas I'm watching after that. We've got right around here, right around that 405.75. All right. That would be the first area I'm kind of watching to have a probably a support pickup. All right. And then if we lose that, I do think we come down to this 403.78. We come all the way down at that point. So that's definitely what I'm watching in general. As far as our like clear zones, clear zones to move through. Let me put that in red. There we go. All right. So again, repeating, if we get a rejection on this trend line, I'm not too sure about playing the puts on the rejection, but if we were, it'd be below this price about here. All right, on the rejection of our trend line and getting into puts. Remember, this is the higher, anything with this dotted line, if you guys are new to join, that's a rejection entry. So on the uptrend, the rejection, we would take the bearish entry here on rejection. And on the uptrend, same here. On this downtrend rejection, we take our bullish entry. And in between these two, we generally don't take too many trades at all. All right, that's how we play these charts. However, if you're not comfortable scalping in and out of these positions pretty quick, first couple minutes or so, we don't really want to take these first areas, that riskier areas. All right, and then past that, we've got our cleaner zones. So I give a risky entry, I give a safer entry, and I give our rejection entries. All right, rejection entries are always those dotted lines. So that's what we're looking at today. So again, just to recap, over this trend line here with a hold of support, we should push. We should have a nice bullish entry to about 408.50. And then that 408.50, we break through that. We've got 410.65 after that. We're looking good for 410.65, or at least playing around in this area. Not necessarily a straight path. We know that. And on the downside, a loss of 406.30-ish for our put entry, with that first straight shot down to like 405.75. That's the higher risk play. Be ready to sell quickly. And then we lose that straight down to this trend line here. And we're looking at, 404, 405 area. So that's definitely the two areas we're looking at. And I actually should pop a line right here as well. We need to be aware of a pickup of support right here. That's a major area. So we're going to put that light with another dotted line here. So those are the two areas we need to just be ready for some pickup in that area. Let me turn off this RSI. We don't need it right now. And I want the chart to be big enough. So again, that's what I've got on the SPY. We will keep that up. We'll go through it as we go. Let's check our hot runners for the day. We've got CFRX, which is absolutely ripping. This has been ripping pretty much all morning. I do have a trade out on this in the Discord. I don't want these Heikinashi candles on though. There we go. All right, so this one here, I mean, honestly, let's pop on our fibs because it's been running so hot. We really don't want to chase in anything here, but it could continue pretty strong. So let's look for, we're watching our 25% retracement pickup with some nice support. That's where we're looking for some support. And I'll put the golden on here too in case we lose that level. We know our two levels, and that's just based off of where we're at now. Of course, when we break a higher high, those levels are invalid. Ultimately, an entry for this, we would love to see that pull back below 250. I want to see it pull below 250 and then a break back above 255. That's what I'm looking at here. Let's get a pull at least to 250 and then a break above 255 for my entry, or your higher risk entry is going to be above our wick high, and that's high risk, guys, but we could get that impulsive candle break. We need to have strong volume for that entry. So we've got the 275 breakout bullish entry, or that pullback below 250 and then a break back above that 255 to take an entry there. EVLO. Let's look at this one here. This one looks interesting. This looks like it's hanging out right at the golden fibs, just from what it looks like to me. And it is. All right. So this one I'm looking at 20.5 cents, right about the 50 retracement right here. A break above 0.206 is my entry. Break above 206 is my entry with, of course, strong volume. Let's check this pre-market volume on the impulse breakout candles. What are these strongest volume candles? 1.5 on a 5-minute. That means I want to see at least 3 to 4 million the first couple minutes. All right. Within the first 2 minutes, 3 to 4 million. I'll go over the meta earnings a little bit more when we go to the Discord part of the stream. So we don't take away from making some profitability. But yeah, and huge earnings reaction on that one. And another one that had an amazing earnings reaction was Microsoft. Go look in history at the last time Microsoft had an 8% move in one day. If earnings, not earnings, doesn't matter. Very interesting. Very interesting on that. So pretty amazing. I mean, Facebook has already had, and the thing about Facebook Meta, it already had 100% rip since the beginning of the year, late last year. I mean, it's absolutely been on fire. We did have some pullback, of course, throughout the way. But yeah, definitely a big one there. All right, so this one looks like it's trying to get a little bit of steam going right now. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. So at this point here, if we open above this area here, I'm going to raise this to an entry about 556. I actually like the entry right now, but I don't want to take an entry 4 minutes into market open. So this one we're just going to watch. I'm not going to give an official entry unless we stay below 555 and then rip at market open. That's where I would like the entry. If not, we'll check this at market open to look for an entry because the entry is right where it's at right now that I like. But we'll watch this wick high area as well. ATOM, not a lot of big rippers. Let's look at yesterday's top runners instead. There we go. All right. CRKN ran 80% yesterday. Let's put on the 5-minute on this one. Pretty interesting area of confluence we're sitting at right here. Resistance became support, and that's where we're sitting right now. So I honestly, on this one here, above 15 cents would be the entry I do like. But again, we would need that sustainable volume on this one as well. Let me check the volume because we really do need volume on this one. And I want to check the float. I'm curious to what the float is. 33. Nothing crazy, but not terrible. I mean, a lot of people want that 1 million, 2 million float, but I like anything below 50 million floats have the ability, even above, have the ability to really have some strong pushes. So 15 cents for this one would be our entry on CRKN with some volume. Let me look at yesterday's volume. What do we got? 2 million on the 5. E4. So I want at least 2 million on the 5 again. First minute, get a million plus that first minute. We should be looking good. Million plus that first minute. I really do want to see that. ETA. Oh, we got 2 minutes till market open. My alarm's going off. All right, there we go. SAI's been hot on and off for the last few days here. This is a really interesting chart. I'm gonna pop on the 4-hour just so you can see what I'm talking about. Definitely one that's behaving like it wants to break out again. So this is going to be my watch for longer than just today pick. My little pick of the week is going to be this SAI because I'll tell you what, this rips back over this impulsive high area and we could really get some strong option here. Let's say over $4 on this. I think 450 is inevitable, if not higher. All right. Very equilateral triangle wedge on this one. And as far as we're filling the gap, we're attempting to finish filling the gap. So above that wick high, that 365 with some volume. So we want 365 entry. Let's say 367, make sure it gets above that wick. So we'll say 367 entry here. Let me check yesterday's volume on the 5. 446. Okay, so we want at least 2 mil the first minute, and I would love to see 3 to 4 mil the first 5 minutes. That's what I want to see. And again, above $4, watch that wedge on the 4-hour and the daily, guys. Above $4, we could get some really strong impulsive movement here. All right, so we have 1 minute till market open. I'm going to go back to recently viewed and go over a couple charts that I already have levels on, which are end phase. I'm going to pop these up now. End phase is already ripping. It's already at our bullish entry. This one is definitely very interesting. I've got end phase. I've got BABA. And then I've got TMUS. I've got bullish and bearish entries already mapped out on some of these. So we'll watch these. This TMUS triple top is interesting. If we could watch that impulsive break above It's something I'm definitely watching and definitely interested in playing calls on. The last couple days, we have had rips right out the gate at market open. It's been the tendency of the chart for quite a few days. So this is one we're immediately watching right away. If I end up in a T-must call, I'm looking at probably the 152.50 or the 150. These are a little more expensive. Be careful, but I would say the 152.50. These are insanely um, wide spreads as well. So it's something I'm probably not going to touch at this moment, but it's definitely one to watch. End phase as well. There's that rip immediately that we were expecting. If anyone from the Discord was ready to take the play on this, and I think this one does continue. These spreads are going to be wide at market open, though. They're not terrible, actually. We've got the 172.50 at $1.22, 175 at 75 cents is the one I'm looking at. 175 at 75 cents on end phase. I will let you know if I take the entry. This is one I've been definitely watching. 175 call at 75 cents. And I just filled two. This is high risk, guys. This is the first 2 minutes. This is pure scalps. Remember, you are on a delay as well. All right. So we're playing this as an impulsive break, and I will have very tight stop losses on this below our wedge. All right. And here's the contract. It's, of course, the weeklies on this. Incredibly high risk on that. Incredibly high risk. Let's check on the SPY. So SPY sitting right between our two zones here. Nothing much to do about nothing at this moment. TMUS is having that little bit of a break I expected. There we go, end phase. Let's go. Let's push up here. Give me a little bit of profit on this one. That's what we want to see. We'll pop over and check our other charts as well as we can. And I will also let you know as I scale out of some of my end phase at my fill price, what my fill price is, because I like to take one off the board immediately and take some of that off the board there. All right, I'm selling one right here. I'm setting my fill for $1. Not filled. I'm lowered to 95 cents and 95 cents on that one. Down to one contract on that. I'll take it. That's 25% almost immediately right off the bat. These contracts move crazy too. It's Thursday. We got 1 day till expiration. They pop from this contract on this 5 minute is popping from 75 cents up to $1. I mean, that's 33%, guys. That's an insane 5 minute pop. We want to be really careful on that. This one, we don't really need the 1 minute on M phase. 5 minute works on M phase. I want to close this 5 minute candle. No more pullback than 2/3 of the way. I want to say it's close to the 2/3 of a candle here. We want to see us push back up and get above 168.40 for some continuation. That's what we're looking at. That 168.40 is a pretty major level right here. And then we could get a heavy sell-off here. And if we start to get a sell-off, we want to see the pickup right here. This is where we want to see our pickup. All right, right in this area here. That's where I would love to see the pickup of support for a continuation. I do believe even if we start to sell off on M phase, I do believe we get some push today at some point. All right, I do believe we get some push today. And then as far as second chance opportunity above 167.15, if you're looking to take an M phase call, 167.15 is my entry. I like right around there. All right. We're just going to play the zones on this. Check them. Let's check our other ones. TMUS is pushing. Is the spread widening up? No, I'm not touching this until we're live in the Discord. We're not playing with these wider spreads here on the YouTube live stream. SPY right in the middle. And then let's check our top runners. We've got CFRX. It's taken that 25% bounce right here. So we would take that entry above 255 off our bounce. So 255 entry right about where we're at right now. EVLO is much ado about nothing at this point. Let me pop back to the pre-market. All right. And then, so those, yeah. All right. I think I had a third one. Okay, UCAR is the other one. That's right. And then yesterday's. That's right. Yes. Top runners. Oh, they're gone now. That's right. All right. Tomorrow just literally popped to 280 from our 255 entry. Nice push here. We need to see that push above 280 pretty quick, like in the next minute or two. Ideally, we really want to see that strong push above 280 pretty instantaneously here. And as you can see, we got that 2 mil volume first candle. And then second candle, we've got 1.2. We wanted to see above 4 on the 5. We're not quite at 5 minutes yet. So very nice first few candles here. It gave us the volume we needed to see in order to feel secure about this. Again, that 255 pickup was the entry I liked on that. And we're trying to push over at 280. Now, if we push over that 280 and hold, I do think we get some strong action. I am watching. We've got a 22K block on the ask and an 18K block on the bid at 274. I mean, that just got eaten right up. That should shoot us up right there. There it goes. Yeah, that just ate up so quick, that 20K block, that is a strong push. You could kind of see it coming. Pookie likes to talk about in the Discord, you could trade with your time and sales in your second level and really not look at a chart. That's true. When you see those time of blocks get eaten up, you can see it's going to get that secondary push. Really nice, really nice. All right, let's pop back to our chart TMUS. All right, so M-Phase lost all steam here, which is okay. Locked up about 20% on that contract. If you are still in, we need to see that push back up right now. I do have one contract left, so I ideally do want to see that push right now, but I held that at my own risk, knowing I wasn't watching the chart, which is fine with me. SPY is playing around towards this upper line here, which is also interesting. And then Baba was our third that I have some entries. So my bullish entry on Baba is 83.45. My bearish put entry is down below 83.25. Those are my entries, and I do believe that we can get pushes up in the end of this area on the bullish side if we start to get a strong push over 83.45. TMUS is pushing expected. If you took this play, I didn't want to give a contract entry. There's too much spread going on here. But like the 155 and the 152, on your own risk, beat your own risk. These spreads are all over the place. We're filling at 66, 71, then 74, then 65. Crazy spreads here. That's 10, 12% lower this last fill before compared to the fill before it, even though we're pushing higher. So that with the spread, you've got to be careful, but I am extremely bullish on the play. I have a couple personal calls I took. I'm not willing to give you guys entries on a spread with a 30-second delay that has a spread that's this wide. We have 10% plus spread. So it's incredibly high risk. The contract I am in is the 155. But you have to be very, very careful with filling these spreads. Newer traders, please be careful playing spreads. It's so important. M-Phase is starting to push back up some, and SPY looks like it's really starting to push up some. Let's see how it behaves close to this trend channel here. Pop that a little darker so you guys could see it. There we go. So that's what we're watching, is this area here. And it's in between these two trade zones. I'm not touching anything really at all. Baba's trading a little sideways. N-Phase is pushing back up some. Okay, so bullish N-Phase entries, guys. If you're looking for a bullish entry on N-Phase, it's above 166.40. Again, 166.40 is what I like. Do not take it on exhaustion candle. What that means is if we get a ripper candle, that's, if this next candle goes from here and this candle goes all the way up like this, all right, we get this absolutely rip of a candle. All right, we don't want to take it towards the top of an exhaustion candle. That's all that means. But I'm leaning bullish on M-Phase today. We haven't had any sort of retracement since our earnings sell-off. I could be dead wrong. I'm leaning more sentiment than technicals on that. All right, so SPY's getting kind of close to our trend line and not quite able to break above it. Definitely something to watch. This is the trend line I'm referring to right here. All right, and this trend line you could extend down right to this wick. So this is the trend line I'm talking about right here. It's not a major trend line, but it is something to scale our trade on, which is what we're trying to do. All right, let's check our top runners again. All right, CFRX hit 290 from our 255 entry, 45 cents, about 14%. Very nice. EFLO, there we go. There's our rip on EFLO. We need that to continue. We hit our 20-cent entry or 0.205 entry, but on an exhaustion candle, not thrilled about that. I want to see I want to see us pick up support here. If this candle ends up being red, that's where we want to see that support pick up. That was a very, very strong candle. I'm not thrilled with taking an entry on exhaustion candles that are 10%. However, if this second candle can continue on, that's what I like to see. And then CFRX is booming. If we get another low volume spike here, we should look real, real nice. I think $3 is in the cards for this one in the next couple minutes for sure. This one looks very nice for continuation. And then there's a nice little wedge on this one, as a matter of fact. Keep an eye on this, on HILS. This one's known to rip too. I believe this is a very small cap, if I'm not mistaken. Or float, excuse me. Yeah, 4 million, 4.9. This is an interesting one. Remember, impulsive breaks on wedges in the retest. We got to be careful with that. But this one in particular, this HILS, could be interesting above 115. However, if that's an impulsive break candle, wait and see what the next candle does. All right. And then let's check. Go back to our recently viewed. There's our M phase right back up. If you took that play above our 166.40, be careful. Wick at the top of all these candles. We need to come up and test this 169.12 pretty stinking quickly. And this is the reason I held on to one of my contracts. I do believe this is very bullish. We got a little cup and handle going on the 1 minute chart here. So on this, I'm okay with the pullback. All right. We're okay with the pullback. And we want to see the pullback before the continuation. Some of you might have, been a little bit ballsy and took that entry as we broke over our green line here. And if you did, there's never a problem with starting to scale out. TMUS, I got to check what I'm up on these. Let me pull them up. Because I know a lot of you did take it, even though I wouldn't give you a contract. A lot of you are pretty skilled traders. So I'm going to scale out of a couple of these TMUS here. Again, I had the 155. And trying to get a fill. I'll let you know when I fill. All right. So this red can, this is where I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind seeing the pullback for the secondary push up, but we do want to start really picking up some of that push here, because it is, if we pop on the 5, we do have lower highs here, but we do have higher lows and a big pickup here. So at this, and honestly, in this area here, this is where we want to pick up that support. We want to see support about here. And then I always click those news stories. And then Baba's my last one, sitting in the middle. SPY still can't pick up over that line. Heavy rejection. This is exactly what we're talking about when we say we need to see that candle open and close above our entry. Right there. Wick high, immediate rejection, and then a heavy sell-off. 2-3 candles in a row. Very, very interesting. Heavy wicks. Top of all 3 of these candles. If you look all the way through all 3, we've got wick action on all of them. Since we're in between trades, I'm popping on over the Discord right now. Watch your TMUS, watch your your end phase. Be careful with those. And then back to the top gainers, your CFRX. We just hit 293. Love it. EVLO just hit 23.6. So about 14% on that one. Gotta love it. And Hills is breaking bearish right now. I actually like this. I want to see the retest come, and then I like entry, and I'm going to lower that entry, actually. I'm lowering my entry to 112. All right, 112. Break back above that wedge, 112. See y'all in Discord. See you guys next Tuesday. Love you all. Bye.